everybody's worried about being spam, right? We just want to be spam. We don't want to spam our TAM, right? A lot of the things that you're talking about are a much more targeted approach, right? So maybe it is just like, don't use a multi-dialer. But are there any other strategies you would point people towards or mindset frameworks that you'd point people towards to avoid being spammy?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, the person on the other end of a line, the other end of an email, the other end of a LinkedIn message, the other end of a direct mail campaign is a human being. And so the more you can appeal to the human being that has the title that you want to break into, the higher likelihood you're going to break in. So I'll give you advice that if you were not to use phone ready leads or a parallel dialer, you have a smaller TAM, you have a higher ticket price, like counter to what we do, et cetera. It's another world that I think is very successful. It's a world that I've had a lot of success in, is you have to take a more methodical account-based approach. And so an account-based approach is knowing, again, it all comes back to the list is the strategy. Your list is your greatest asset, or it is your worst asset, depending on how you build it. And so knowing exactly who you drill down into, who are the accounts that you want to break into. So doing good account planning, understanding your target account profiles, understanding that different segments, even within your target accounts, have different needs. Some are problem aware, some are solution aware, some are product aware, some are neither, or some are a variation of that. And you have to identify, how am I going to enter into this specific account or this specific persona inside of this account? We call it a TAP map, right? A target account profile map is identifying who is the likely key buyer, who are the buying committee members, right? People who are hand raisers that will eventually be involved in this decision. And there's frontline members. And so frontline members are the people who your solution affects, but are probably not decision makers, but they are valuable in the sense that they can give you intel into the accounts that you can then take that intel up the ladder to the buying committee or the key buyer. And so taking an approach that thinks through that holistically, I think that the market has to go one of two ways. Either work with Apex revenue, and this is not a plug, it's just legitimate. Like we have the math of sales I can show you. Is actually, I think at this time we will have a link to a VSL that shows the math of sales. So link to that if we have it. If we don't, well, fuck it. You're gonna either have to work with Apex revenue in one way, shape, or form. Either be facilitated with phone ready leads, or work with our outsourced sales development. Or you're going to have to take a more account-based approach, and you're going to have to be multi-channel, multi-threaded, multi-personas within an account, be more methodical, be slower, do things that don't scale, and look for high conversion, low volume. Bang.
Bang. There's your playbook right there.